In the realm of human emotions, a mother's love is often perceived as one of the purest and strongest. It's characterized by selflessness, protectiveness, and an unwavering commitment to the well-being of her child. However, the case of Olivia Nasserin, a young mother from Kitengela, Kenya, presents a tragically distorted mirror to this universal truth. Nasserin, a 24-year-old commerce student, was charged with an unimaginable crime: the brutal murder of her daughter. This case left an indelible mark on me as someone who frequently reads about crimes from various corners of the globe. I've found that while no one crime is inherently worse than another, certain cases leave a deeper impression, and this is one such case. Before we delve deeper into the details, I'd like to express my gratitude for you watching and let you know that I post new videos weekly. So if you don't want to miss my new content, please consider hitting the subscribe button and dropping a like on the video. Really helps me out. Thank you. Olivia Nasserin, a 24-year-old woman who was studying commerce at university, had been residing with her boyfriend and father of her 2-year-old daughter, Gloria Neri, in a Kenyan town named Kirinyaga. After spending 8 months there, she abruptly returned to her hometown of Kitengela, a small town around 20 miles south of Kenya's capital, where her family lived. Her aunt said when she arrived at their Kitengela home, she even helped her mother prepare chapatis, and all the time she would jump on her mother and show her a lot of love. Things were going well at the start. Olivia did not inform anyone that she was leaving her boyfriend's home. The mother of her boyfriend told us that Nasserin left with her laptop, her child, and without her cell phone. We do not know what happened to her before she left Kirinyaga. Based on the reports, it appears that Nasserin and her boyfriend had a falling out. There was a lot of arguing leading up to her departure. The details of their disagreements are not clear, but the fact that she returned to her family after this turbulent time seems like a natural response. Once she returned, her mother reportedly gave her money for a taxi and even said she would buy her a new phone. Olivia's aunt described her as a well-behaved individual who showed respect towards her parents and close relatives. She also mentioned that Olivia was a member of the Anglican Church of Kenya, although it is unclear which church she attended whilst living in Kirinyaga. On the evening of Sunday, April 23rd, 2023, Olivia's behaviour took a dark turn. According to her aunt, she began speaking in tongues. Her neighbours reported hearing loud noises and the sound of chaos coming from her home, where she lived with her 2-year-old daughter. Olivia was seen breaking household items. She was seen smashing the TV, glasses in the house, furniture and utensils. In her frenzy, she even chased the family dog out of the house. The situation escalated when Olivia's neighbours heard Glory's piercing screams. Alarmed and thinking the family was under attack from armed robbers, they bravely rushed towards the house. The sight that awaited them was one they were unprepared for and would undoubtedly haunt them for the rest of their lives. As they approached the house, the state of disarray seemed to confirm their fears of a robbery. However, as they drew closer, they observed Olivia sitting on the living room floor, naked, sharpening a knife. All the doors and windows were locked from the inside, rendering them unable to enter and intervene. What happened next? Olivia began chanting the disturbing message and quote, "You will never cry again, my baby. You will forever sleep. I love you, my daughter." She then began to stab her daughter repeatedly. Despite their pleas for her to stop, she continued her horrifying act. The police were promptly called, but as they awaited their arrival, one of the neighbours started filming what was happening. As Olivia took another chilling step, with her daughter bleeding out, dead on the floor, Olivia started to dismember her. All the while, she sang nursery rhymes and recited the alphabet, adding an eerie soundtrack to the macabre scene. One of the neighbours described it almost as if it was ritualistic. Olivia then sliced open her daughter's stomach and removed her heart and intestines. Then she went even further. She removed her daughter's liver and began eating it on the living room floor, right next to her body, right in front of all the neighbours. This case is indeed absolutely horrific and truly saddening. The last moments of Glory's life must have been filled with fear and confusion as she witnessed her mother, the person who she should have been able to trust above all others, becoming violent and acting out of character. The haunting image of her mother eerily singing as she took her daughter's life is heart-wrenching. I can't help but wonder if Glory was aware of the neighbours and if she was confused as to why no one was coming to help her. The impact of this event on the neighbours who witnessed it is also extremely devastating. Reading about such an incident is already difficult, but to actually witness such a gruesome act and be unable to intervene must have been an extremely traumatic experience. The effects on them and their community are likely to be profound and long-lasting. I just wanted to take a moment to acknowledge the gravity of this situation. Following the horrific attack, Olivia collapsed on the floor besides her daughter. When the police arrived, she was arrested and taken to hospital. The mutilated body of her daughter was also taken to the same hospital for a post-mortem examination. The head of the Kintingale Criminal Investigations, Benson Mutai, stated, "We believe the court will give us time to investigate this matter." Mutai noted that investigators are working to determine if Olivia was grappling with mental health issues at the time of the incident. They said, "What she did to her own baby is inexplicable," expressing the shock and disbelief felt by many in the wake of this gruesome crime. On May 8th, 2023, Olivia appeared in court. She gave an explanation of why she attacked her daughter. She said, and quote, "I hate myself. I suffer from low self-esteem, and this is why I killed my child. I have gone through a lot with my daughter. She is currently in custody, being evaluated for her mental state to see how culpable she was at the time of the crime." The shocking incident of young Gloria's death has led to an outpouring of reactions on social media, with hundreds expressing their thoughts on the tragic situation. The discourse has been wide-ranging, with some calling for improved mental health care for struggling mothers. Others, in their anger and grief, suggested that Olivia should endure the same torment she inflicted upon her child. Some social media users urged empathy for the perpetrator's family, highlighting the unimaginable stress they must be experiencing. They said, "At this moment in time, it's quite tormenting to be Olivia's parents. Imagine your own daughter performs that cruel, ritual-like act to your grandchild, in your house, in your absence, spreading blood and her flesh all over the lounge. And you hear she even ate pieces of the girl, your own daughter. This is so torturous to their minds. I don't know how they will come to terms with this. Spare a thought for these parents. This plea for understanding underscores the multifaceted pain and suffering caused by this devastating event. That's the end of this episode. Until next time, stay sane.